What's up, manga fans? This is Raphael from C Manga, and welcome back to another review of Bleach. This week's chapter 618, The Dark Arm. Now, this was quite an entertaining chapter we got today, and if you're an Aizen fan, I can imagine you were very pleased with what you was given in terms of his character. And it goes to say he has not changed, he's still got it, and despite being in prison for 2 years, he hasn't lost his narcissistic attitude, his arrogant nature, and his sarcastic remarks. They're still all intact. And when you think about it, he's been out of the manga for like 4 or 5 years, I think it's been. So you have to give props to Kubo for keeping his character well intact and pretty much down to a T, because his banter with Kuryaku was very enjoyable today. And it's just funny how, despite he was somewhat at the disadvantage he sealed, he showed that he's still not weakened. The fact that he had more seals off and shocking Kuryaku made it quite entertaining, that he still has these mind games and obviously mind tricks and wordplay he can use to his advantage. And we even had Kuryaku unseal 2 more of them for whatever reason. It just shows he was at a disadvantage in that regard. Funny enough was the banter between them, where you got Kuryaku trying to convince him, do you want to go outside? And Aizen's like, I never asked you to tell me to come outside. And it's like, there's no way you're going to come down here with all those keys and not seal me. So this is when Kuryaku reveals that he actually stored more keys within his body, but he's only ordered to use 3 parts to release off Aizen's body. And Aizen's perception is beyond godlike as usual. He already predicts that Central 46 knew he would most likely kill Kuryaku for the keys. So they kind of rigged it in a way that he would be trapped in the imprisonment forever. So that's kind of left him at a stalemate where he can't kill Kuryaku because he'll end up sealing himself dead anyway. And what I enjoyed was I might say the demonstration of his power, that it's still there and still intact, because Kuryaku said, come and sit on this chair and we'll take you up to Soul Society. And one of the attendants jumping the gun, getting ahead of himself, he's like, hold on, mind me, I will seal him. He tries to go and seal Aizen's Ryatsu now, and his hands pretty much blew off, they disintegrated. And this reminded me of that time when that human in the real world basically stood next to Aizen, and half his body just completely disappeared because of the immense Ryatsu. And he was funny because he was mocking the guy. He's like, do you really think that's going to do anything? He's like, the bind would only keep the Ryatsu around me, it wouldn't seal it. So it's like, if any of you just want to try that, witness what just happened. And it's like, he's so damn arrogant. So he's basically, you might as well say, come straight out of it now and ask Kuryaku, you want me to help Soul Society, don't you? And Kuryaku's like, I didn't particularly ask you, I just want you to come up. And he's saying, at this point, we're both we're in a situation where we both share the same advantage and disadvantage. So it's not about saving Soul Society anymore, it's about having mutual interests or goals in mind, because it's true, Soul Society's done, everyone's done. So he's saying, don't you want to come up and breathe some fresh air for once in the first 2 years? And Aizen's like, why the hell would I want to go up there and breathe air that's basically been corrupted by Yhwach? And he calls him the Dark Arm. So that was interesting. I definitely did enjoy seeing Aizen. He has not lost his touch at all. Now, the second part of the chapter was shocking, that they actually went back to the Soul King Palace and focused on that quite a bit. And Yhwach is basically still pondering over the fact that Mimihagi was able to stop the Soul King from basically completely breaking apart, and he's holding it. So he's like, how can you manage to do this and you're a severed arm and your will is different from the Soul King? It's like, why are you doing this? He's just completely shocked by this turn of events, that the right hand of God has actually come back to help the god himself and stop Soul Society and everything from being destroyed. So he forms a large javelin and tries to destroy both of them altogether. But thankfully Ichigo jumps in, and I was like, yes, thank you. I'm so happy he's not moping about and emotionally distressed and being helpless. He just stopped him like that. And Yhwach has jumped in as well to go and seal up the put a Kido barrier around the Soul King, and I'm just thinking, yep, tag team Yhwach and Ichigo, they're getting stuff done, which was great. And I'm just liking that Yhwach has already thought of a way to basically stabilize everything completely. She's like, Mimihagi-sama has managed to stabilize the king, so she puts a Kido barrier up and says, we'll just make it the new king. And meanwhile, Ichigo is obviously keeping Yhwach at bay, and he's saying move, and he's like, why are you trying to get in my way? You were the one who cut the Soul King in half. And it's like, your Quincy blood will never forget the Soul King's existence. Why are you trying to basically interfere? And Ichigo pretty much gives the speech he always gives, the whole I will protect speech, and he says, I came here to put an end to you, I'm going to protect all the realms. And Yhwach says, don't you think you're a bit, full of yourself, arrogant to think that you're the only one who can protect it? And I was very pleased that Ichigo kind of was humble with himself. He's like, it doesn't matter if I get replaced, I'm not going to just turn my back, run away and leave you to all this disaster. And the fact that he was, inadvertently causing this disaster because he did cut the Soul King in half, I'm gonna still be there. It's not about being the hero, it's the fact that Ichigo's number one priority throughout the whole series is being to protect. And it's literally, he's like, so what? He's like, I've got your Quincy blood in me. I'm not going to just, go along with whatever you want. I'm not going to adhere to your demands, and I'm not going to basically do anything anymore. I'm going to fight you. And I enjoyed that he fired against Suga and blew him out, and he's just like, that's pretty much setting, the battlefield. You can't control me, I'm not going to be your puppet. But Yhwach claims that, my almighty eyes will basically determine that you think you can break your my hold of you away from me, but I'm basically gonna determine what you're gonna do for me. So it's gonna be interesting to see what Ichigo is gonna do. But I was so happy because I'm an Ichigo fan. Seeing him mopey, I did not want to see that again, and then for Rukia to come and clean up the mess. I mean, obviously I did enjoy seeing that in the past because I like the relationship, but I wanted Ichigo to show that he's not like that anymore. He's grown up, yet he was distraught, but he got straight back into it, and he's already like kind of throwing the gauntlet down to challenge Yhwach. So that was enjoyable, and along with Yhwach not wasting any efforts to jump in, and while Ichigo's distracting Yhwach, she goes and seals up the Soul King with Kido. So as I said, their tag team, them in action was enjoyable, and I'm just glad because previously they were quite helpless, particularly Ichigo, but now they can make a difference. I'm not entirely sure if this fight is going to go the full length, or is it going to get interrupted again, or somehow it's just not finished, because I'm not convinced that it's going to go all the way. This isn't the final battle in my opinion. I still feel like there's more to do, and I have a feeling Ishtar and Hashwell will most likely show up. Whether they're going to show up there to interrupt or show up to arrive in front of the Gote 13 is up for debate, but it most likely will be they'll show up to intervene with the Gote 13 arriving. So yeah, enjoy this chapter. I'm just damn well looking to see forward to the next few chapters and what's going to be given to us, because right now I'm just kind of wondering what Kubo's going to do, to kind of give us more to go with. I mean, the final boss is right in front of Ichigo. What is he going to do to kind of avert this to something else so the story carries on? But I definitely feel like we still got a lot more for Bleach. So that's more or less this chapter. As I said, enjoyed Aizen, enjoyed Ichigo and everything, and Yhwach was very fun, and I can't wait for next time. So you guys know the usual. If you enjoyed this, leave your comments in the box below, and I'll speak to you guys next time. Take care.